Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression slash time trial on the relatively new Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Foundation. Now, nobody in their right mind, as far as I'm concerned, is ever going to wear foundation for 24 hours. The most I will tend to wear it is maybe 12 to 14. I am going to be going about my work day, so I will be wearing it from roughly 7:30 in the morning until about 5 o'clock at night. For reference, I am a MAC NW20 and C20. I am in my winter skin tone right now. This is pretty much as pale as I get. And I have chosen the shade 100 Ivoire, which is ivory. I have seen a lot of people wearing this lately. I've not seen a lot of reviews on it, but I do see people mentioning it in their favorites, so I'm hoping I'm really gonna like it too. As to be expected with Lancome foundations, it comes in a beautiful bottle. This is a frosted glass, so you might struggle a little bit with finding your shade match. Definitely go into a Sephora or a counter for Lancome and get a sample in order to get a perfect match for your skin. But the top comes off and you have a pump top, which, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely necessary for every foundation. All right, so this does say shake well before use, probably because there's SPF in here and you gotta mix that up a little bit. All right, I got my hair pulled back. I'm going to be using a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to apply it to my entire face. I have no primer on and I will not be touching it up throughout the day. I don't know how much I need, so I just put 3 pumps on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna go directly in. So they claim that your complexion will stay perfectly flawless and unified, never cakey. This promises full coverage, flaws, pores, redness, and all imperfections visibly disappear. The velvety finish you love for 24-hour, lasting perfection and comfort. It is also oil-free and fragrance-free, as well as transfer-free. Okay, so 3 pumps was about right to cover my entire face. I'm not sure I would call this full coverage though. My blood vessel is still poking through right there, so I'm gonna add a little bit more and see how that covers up. All right, so looking at my skin, it is very blank canvas right now. It does look like a good color match in the viewfinder, but I feel like in person I thought it looked a little bit paler than me. That's okay, I'm gonna add bronzer so that'll warm up my skin tone for sure. In terms of coverage, it did go on incredibly well. It was very simple to apply, which is expected in a foundation, frankly. I don't know if I would actually call this full coverage straight off the bat. It went on like a medium coverage foundation and spread about the same way. I was able to layer it over my broken blood vessel, which is always a good indicator for me whether or not something is full coverage. And it layered fine, but on first contact, I did not consider it full coverage. Medium to full, yes, not completely full though. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. All right, rest of my face is on at this point. I had no problems applying a blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I did notice a little bit of balling slash creasing right between my eyebrows. Not unexpected for me though. I have a problem area with my nose. This thing is usually like Teflon and foundation slides right off of it and or behaves really bizarrely right in there. Anyway, I smudged it out with a finger and it seems to be fine for now. It is currently 8 in the morning. I'm going to run to work, have my work day, and then come back at around 5 o'clock and let you know how this works. All right, it is now the end of the day and I am back from work. It is currently 5:03 p.m. and this has held up really well. And I've kind of been rained on a little bit today because it is actually raining the entire day today. So I've had some splashback happening on my face as I walked to and from work. But I look pretty good right now. This is what I would consider one of those thoughtless foundations. And I know that sounds kind of bizarre, but it was a foundation I never really thought about all day. I did a few conscious checks just to make sure that stuff was sticking in place, but at no point was I ever concerned about it moving around. There was one point when I was in the bathroom at work and I touched a paper towel to my face just to see if there was any transfer to the paper towel, because in general, most foundations will transfer. But this one claimed to be transfer proof. And you know what? It actually was. It didn't transfer to the paper towel. And I was like, okay, good claim. So a few things I didn't mention this morning because I was in a little bit of a rush to get out the door. But on application, this had a very interesting texture. And originally I was like, this is strange. It went on a little bit splotchy powdery, almost as if it was a liquid mixed with a powder. Now I know that sounds strange, there's nothing to support that kind of statement in this formula whatsoever, they've made no claims like that, but that's how it felt. And I was originally like, I don't know how this is going to work. So for about the first 30 minutes, the foundation stayed kind of tacky, which also made me nervous because I was like, I don't want to be dealing with something that's gonna feel like spongy the entire day. That went away within 30 minutes and I was left with a light powdered texture on my skin. Now, I think this helps with the longevity of the product because I never really had to worry about it after that. I didn't powder my face, but it was as if I had done so that was kind of interesting. As I'm looking at the viewfinder right now, I think I look decently matte. In person, I can tell that some of my natural face oils have mixed with the foundation, but to me, that's always a really nice combination. I don't like when things are too matte by the end of the day because I don't think that's really realistic, nor does it look especially good on my skin. So my face oils have mixed with the foundation in order to provide this look right here. I believe I mentioned at the start of the video that I have problems with my nose and it's usually like Teflon, stuff just slides right off of it. I also pointed out that I had some weird balling up thing going on here. That's gone away. I don't know if maybe I just accidentally got some eyeshadow primer between my eyes. It happens. Seriously, it's a daily struggle for me, and maybe the foundation stuck to that, but I'm not suffering from any weird patchy balling up area between my eyes right now. And again, it has held up on my nose, which is pretty uncommon. It doesn't happen that often. If I had to really pick apart this foundation to find at least one flaw with it, I would say that I can see a little bit of creasing between my eyebrows when they're raised, like that kind of crease there on my forehead. But it's not nearly as bad as some other foundations I have tried, so that's really me trying to find a problem with the foundation. Now, when I first started the video, I thought that this was a brand new foundation. I am totally wrong. This has been out for a very long time. I think the original one was a 12-hour foundation, and they then turned it into an 18-hour foundation, and we're now at the 24-hour version. Fantastically, there are 35 shades in this range, which is amazing. I hate seeing when something only has 10 shades, so 35 shades is fantastic. This is $55 Canadian and it is $47 in the US, I believe. So I think I can safely say that I've really enjoyed wearing the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-hour foundation, and it's worked really well for me. So 2 thumbs up and let me know if you've tried this. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.